Psalm 119 is by far the longest of the Psalms. Reading it is like going on a journey with the poet who wrote it. Almost every verse mentions Torah by various names and words: law, testimonies, ways, precepts, statutes, commandments, judgments, ordinances, decrees. We often think of the law as being a list of oppressive rules, something that restrains us and hampers our freedom. However, in this beautiful poem, it is clear that the Torah is liberating, a source of peace, hope, delight, consolation, and gladness. The commandments, ordinances, and decrees of the Lord are described as wonderful, gracious, life-giving, a treasure, like songs, sweet, dear, beloved, the heart's joy. Clearly, God's statutes are not a burden. The psalm often describes the law as the way, providing a path to follow. It is the wisdom of God's law that marks the boundaries of this path. Following it is like walking a labyrinth, journeying ever closer to God, even deeper into the loving heart of God. Obedience to God's decrees is merely a point of entry, a beginning, which leads to seeking God with our whole heart, moving into a profoundly intimate relationship with God. The journey is propelled by a deep longing for God, rather than fixation on the letter of the law as an end in itself. Rote, blind, habitual obedience is not what we are invited to here. It is communion with God. The way, the path, leads towards God even through times of desolation, fear, bitterness, darkness, and despair. We do need God's help to follow and stay on this path. But Psalm 119 expresses the hope-filled conviction that this help is readily available from a loving God who hears our cry and will actively search for us when we are lost.